Hey everybody, TRONZ here. Well, it's a Thursday evening and well, the last few days have just been really kind of trying. Trying in the way of like, I'm wondering why people just can't find things to be funny anymore. What happened to the laughter in the world when you sat up and you said to yourself, hey, that was really funny? Well, people take things, again, like I said, really serious. I mean, you got your politics, you got your religion, you got your social media, you got your hierarchy, you got your social standings, you got everything. I mean, you know, when you think about it, sometimes things are really funny. I don't know why it was with me, but every time I was in a car accident, I laughed my ass off. Hell, one time me and Mercury Mark Conley got ourselves in an accident, and I was arrested for laughing too much while they were hauling Mark off in an ambulance over to St. Mary's Hospital because he'd done hurt himself really bad. Well, it was just an act of confusion between two people, myself and Mercury Mark. We'd been overcome by gases, or should I say pollutants, that kill roaches. Well, I wasn't completely arrested by the state police, and Mark did get out of the emergency room okay. But I still laugh because shit, everybody takes everything so damn serious anymore. You know, I was talking to my good buddy Mike out west again. And I said, you know, Mike, man, we all need to lighten the fuck up. I mean, seriously, we're fortunately enough to be alive. I am. Hell, man, I run into some crazy ass shit. I'll tell you about some of it sometimes. But you know, to just think that, like, I mean, it's like a lot of things in life is a big daggone joke. I mean, some things are even beyond just funny. Sometimes I'm wondering if life itself isn't nothing but a big joke. That in the end, we'll have the punchline. I had a girlfriend named Andrea. It's like being called Andy. Her, me, and Jose were heading up onto Hollywood Boulevard to go see the Tom Hanks movie, Big. Y'all remember that. It's a long time ago. We were going to the Egyptian movie theater. Some guy jumped out between these two buildings and got right up in front of us and says, you want to know the fucking truth about life, man? You want to know the fucking truth about life? Well, I just kind of like backed up about 2 steps. Jose's like, oh, what? And then Andrea goes, well, I would really like to do that. But we're going to the movies. Jim, how long do you think we'll be in the movie theater? Oh, I don't know, Andrea. Probably somewhere in the range of about maybe 2 hours. If you're still here in 2 hours when I come back out, I'll be more than happy to talk with you about the fucking truth about life. We're in the theater. We're watching the movie. Great movie. I mean, this is really hilarious. Where this little boy all of a sudden goes to some amusement park and pulls this thing out and it says, make a wish, and he goes, oh, I wish I was big. And next thing you know, the whole movie takes off from that point on. And then Hallie gets himself back to being a little tiny again. The whole time, Andrea's like antsy. She's just like antsy in her seat, you know, just kept checking it, looking at her watch, looking at her watch, looking at her watch. Finally, the movie's over. Hell, Jose and I are not even out of our seats yet, and she's up the aisle. She had a kind, tender heart like that. So she goes around the corner, and hell's bells, that guy's still damn waiting there. 2 hours later, that boy's still waiting there. So Andrea can talk to him about the fucking truth about life. Now you're wondering, Jim, how does this become a big joke? Well, because it's funny. It's really hilarious. Jose and I were like, well, whatever. And we started walking down the sidewalk. The boy smelled kind of awfully bad. He had the BO so bad that he not only smelled like BO, he smelled like poop, he smelled like urine. And I don't know, to my nostrils, that just wasn't seeming to be a pleasing palate on a Sunday evening after watching Tom Hanks in a movie. But to Andrea, that's okay. He's another human being. He might have issues, he might have problems with his personal hygiene, and he might have problems with his mental health. But to her, he was one of God's little children. So what does Andy do? She sits there and stands there and talks and talks and talks. Jose and I get almost 2 blocks away, and I hear her yelling about a block away, Jim! I go, what, baby? And she goes, Jim, I need $5. What? $5. She always gave poor people on Hollywood Boulevard or Sunset Boulevard or anywhere $5. Did I say 10? Well, hell. 5. Okay. You just get used to throwing hands in the air. So Andrea comes back down. And we're like, okay. And she gives I borrow $5 from Jose. He gives it to me. And then I give Andrea the $5. Because I didn't have $5 with me that day. Jose had $5. I had credit cards. I don't think this young man was going to be able to take a credit card. So you still ask me, what's so funny about this? It's the punchlines are coming up. You just need to anticipate and hold on real tight because you're going to catch it. Life does have a way of being funny and having a joke played on you. Well, Andrea comes back after she gives the boy his $5 and gives him a hug and blesses him. Well, I know she was probably going to make a beeline over to the Catholic Church and go and say some prayers for him. Okay? I just knew that. Hell, she did that for everyone that was homeless in Hollywood. She'd go up and pray for them, and that was okay because, I mean, that's who Andrea was. And I love that about her. I accepted that totally 100%. Now, where are we? Oh, yes, she comes back. Well, I immediately go, okay, I'm curious. What is it? She goes, what? And I go, the fucking truth about life. She pauses. Jose goes, yeah, what is it? She goes, well, if you all really cared enough to listen to that young man who was quite intelligent, and I do believe that what he said is very factual about the fucking truth about life, then maybe you all should go back up the street and listen. Well, I immediately said, whoa, wait a minute. Now, hey, I gave you $5. Jose goes, yeah, I gave him $5 to give you $5, blah, blah, blah. She goes, well, that really doesn't matter. You know what? To this day, me and Jose have no idea what that young man said. And I know this is going to end in sad, but a couple of weeks later, Andrea passed away from an accident that she'd been in. And from this day on, Jose and I always say, at least Andrea knows what the fucking truth about life is. Now you think about that on all 3 or 4 or 5 levels. What was so funny? That situation. I laughed my ass off. But you know what? You tell me. What is the fucking truth about life? Hey, baby. Peace, love. Well, let's do that again. Peace, love, blessed. TRONZ here. Over and out.